Hey, XRP holders and future millionaires. Imagine waking up one day to see XRP, not Bitcoin, stealing the spotlight and skyrocketing in value. It sounds crazy, but with recent events, we might actually be on the verge of an XRP explosion. For years, Bitcoin has been king, but now a perfect storm is forming for XRP. In fact, the legal clouds have just parted. Banks and businesses are actually using XRP for real payments, and Wall Street is starting to line up behind it. The question on everyone's mind: could XRP really outrun Bitcoin's rally? Stick around, because in this video we'll break down 3 powerful drivers that could send XRP to the moon and leave Bitcoin scratching its head. Think about it. Bitcoin's already had its glory. Its market cap dwarfs everyone, and it's spoken of as digital gold. But gold sits still. Bitcoin's growth is slowing as it matures. Meanwhile, XRP is quietly building steam under the radar. What if the next crypto wave is led by the underdog? What if you could ride the next big surge by looking beyond Bitcoin? We're not talking about vaporware hype. These are real concrete developments. Imagine if you're not in on this rally. That's FOMO knocking on your door. Here we go. 1. Regulatory clarity. The SEC battle is over. First up, the regulatory fires have been stamped out. For the past few years, XRP's biggest burden was legal uncertainty. The SEC sued Ripple, and every rally was shadowed by the question, will the Feds shut this down? In August 2025, that question finally got answered. Reuters reported that the SEC and Ripple agreed to dismiss their appeals in the lawsuit, effectively ending the case. Yes, after years of lawsuits, both sides dropped the appeals. The $125 million fine imposed on Ripple stays, but the case is now over. What does that mean? It means no more legal clouds hanging over XRP. As the Reuters article explains, the appeals were dismissed and the fine and injunction remain in effect, but crucially, the battle is finished. In plain English, regulators have largely affirmed that Ripple's XRP sales on exchanges are not securities. That mixed 2023 ruling, where the court said XRP is not a security when sold on public markets, now stands without any pending challenges. This legal clarity is a huge green light. Institutional investors can now consider XRP without fear of a giant regulatory hammer. Analysts note that this dismissal grants XRP legal clarity, spurring institutional adoption in cross-border payments. In other words, the path is clear for companies to use XRP. Right after the SEC settlement was finalized, XRP's price even jumped as confidence surged. Think of it like driving on a highway. For years, XRP was forced to drive in a storm. Now the sky has cleared. The result? Banks and payment platforms that were on the fence will start taking a second look at XRP. And with regulators giving the all clear, we could see a flood of fresh demand. So could this be the moment XRP breaks free? Absolutely. Now that the legal overhang is gone, buckle up. The real race can begin. 2. Real-world utility and technology. XRP is built for speed. The second driver is actual use and technology. XRP isn't just code and charts. It's a working payment system that's already solving real problems. Remember, XRP was created in 2012 for payments. As the official XRP ledger docs say, XRP was built to be a better Bitcoin, faster, cheaper, and greener than any other digital asset. In concrete terms, XRP settles transactions in 3 to 5 seconds at a cost of roughly $0.0002 per transaction. By comparison, Bitcoin takes approximately 10 minutes for a confirmation and around 50 cents per transaction. It's night and day. This lightning speed and minuscule fee structure give XRP huge practical advantages. It can handle thousands of transactions per second, making micropayments and high-volume transfers possible on a scale Bitcoin simply can't match. And it's eco-friendly. The XRPL uses a fraction of the energy. In a world worried about crypto mining's carbon footprint, XRP's sustainability is a major plus. But it's not just technology on paper. XRP is actively being used by companies around the globe. For example, RippleNet, the payment network powered by XRP, now spans over 90 markets and 55 plus currencies. That means banks and money services in dozens of countries can send money through RippleNet. Some of these partners are using XRP as the bridge currency. Take SBI Remit in Japan and Onafreak in Africa. They now use XRP for real-time remittances, moving money across borders instantly with tiny fees. In Africa and Asia, where cross-border transfers were traditionally slow and expensive, XRP-powered payments happen in seconds. Another leap. Ripple launched a regulated USD stablecoin backed by BNY Mellon's reserves. Think about it. A stablecoin built for enterprise use, with a top-tier bank holding the cash. Using XRP together with a stablecoin lets institutions settle in dollars or XRP at will, optimizing cost and liquidity. BNY Mellon is the custodian for RLUSD's reserves, giving big financial players confidence in the whole setup. This effectively creates a hybrid system. You get the $1 stability of a US-backed stablecoin, plus the speed of the XRP ledger, and the innovations keep coming. In March 2024, the XRP ledger introduced a native automated market maker, boosting liquidity on-chain. One analysis found that XRP's order book depth grew by 300% year-to-date in 2025, making it smoother for big trades. More liquidity means less slippage for traders, a must for any asset that hopes to handle institutional volumes. On top of that, XRP is moving into new real-world frontiers. A recent landmark deal, Ripple and tokenization firm Collateral Alt partnered with the Dubai Land Department to put real estate on the XRP ledger. For the first time, a government authority is recording property title deeds on blockchain. Now investors can own fractions of Dubai real estate via XRP ledger tokens. This move alone shows the world is taking XRPL's capabilities seriously. It's not a toy. It's used for expensive, regulated assets. So, did you think crypto was still just screenshots of charts? Think again. XRP is moving actual money instantaneously. Even your grandma could send you $5 for your birthday from across the world in the time it takes to watch a TikTok video. All of this adds up to one core point. XRP is solving real problems. Banks and fintech aren't interested in digital collectibles. They want fast, reliable rails. XRP delivers that. With on-demand liquidity corridors already active in Asia, Europe, and Africa, moving billions per month, the use case for XRP is strengthening every day. Third driver is big money adoption. When institutions embrace something, markets noticed. Now that XRP's path is legally clear and its utility proven, Wall Street and corporate finance are circling. Case in point, in April 2025, Ripple agreed to buy Hidden Road, a $1.25 billion crypto prime brokerage. This is huge. Hidden Road provides clearing, custody, and financing for trading, exactly the kind of infrastructure that big funds and banks use. With Ripple taking over Hidden Road, XRP is effectively moving into the heart of traditional finance. Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, said this deal comes at an inflection point. The U.S. crypto market is wide open now that the SEC overhang has ended. And he's right. What's more, Hidden Road will be migrating its post-trade settlement onto the XRP ledger. That's a concrete signal that XRPL is ready for institutional DEFI, prime brokerage activities across XRP. Add to that Ripple's partnership with BNY Mellon, a top custodian, to handle the reserves for RLUSD. These aren't small retail plays, these are major financial institutions building on XRP technology. Investors have taken notice. CoinDesk reports that institutional inflows have jumped. Funds added about 340 million XRP recently despite volatility. Why? One catalyst is ETF speculation. With the SEC lawsuit settled, Wall Street firms are lining up for spot XRP ETFs. In fact, CoinDesk highlights that industry estimates now put 87% odds on SEC approving an XRP ETF. If even one big XRP ETF goes live, billions of dollars could flow into XRP. And it's not just ETFs. Traditional banks like SBI Holdings and MoneyGram have been exploring XRP. Banks are opening crypto desks, and many see XRP as a bridge currency to move value cheaply. While it's true that some banks have been cautious about on-ledger activity, Ripple's CTO David Schwartz confirms they're working on solutions to address compliance fears. In short, the banking world wants blockchain, and they're warming up to XRP's pragmatic approach. Could this be the start of an alt season for XRP? Remember 2017, when Bitcoin stabilized and altcoins 10 times? We might be seeing history rhyme. Analysts at Forbes even project XRP averaging $5.25 by 2030, more than double today's levels. If you think that's far-fetched, consider how much more XRP could do now with legal clarity and backing from firms like BNY and Hidden Road. Bottom line, big money is positioning for XRP. When legacy finance comes knocking, prices follow. The momentum from these deals and ETF speculation is real. Don't underestimate it. Now that we've covered the three massive engines, legal clarity, real-world use, and institutional backing, let's connect the dots to you, the investor. Okay, we've laid out the case. XRP's path is suddenly crystal clear. Its tech is battle-tested and Wall Street is lining up. So what does this mean for you? Quite simply, the stage is set for a potential rally. If even one or two of these drivers fully kick in, XRP could soar. Imagine being an early investor in Amazon or Tesla before the big breakouts. That's the scale we're talking about. Of course, crypto is never guaranteed. Even with these tailwinds, prices can swing. But ignoring these facts would be like refusing to buy Amazon in 1997. You have to ask yourself, will I regret not owning XRP if it does take off? Don't wait on the sidelines until everyone's talking about it. Sometimes the biggest gains happen before the crowd realizes what's happening. So if you believe in this thesis, here are your next steps. Stay secure. If you're holding XRP long-term, think safety. Keep your coins off exchanges and in a private wallet. Even better, use a hardware wallet like Ledger. Hardware wallets store your private keys offline. As the XRPL docs note, they isolate your keys from easier-to-hack computers. In plain English, that means hackers on the internet can't get to your crypto. It's peace of mind. If XRP explodes and hackers sniff blood, you won't be an easy target. Do your homework. Keep an eye on news and developments. Follow credible sources, read reports, and stay rational. Emotional FOMO can lead to mistakes. Be excited, but also do research. Remember that none of this is financial advice, but we're giving you information to make informed choices. Position wisely. Decide how much of your portfolio you want in XRP and stick to your plan. If prices dip or surge, don't panic sell or greed buy at the worst times. Use the fundamentals we discussed to guide you, not just price ticks. Think long term. If these drivers play out, XRP's rally won't be a flash in the pan. we might be talking years of steady adoption. Patience can pay off huge. On the flip side, you want to be ready if XRP does pump. That means having your crypto off market and accessible so you're not scrambling during a spike. Remember, opportunities like this don't come around often. The combination of events we see right now, SEC clarity, real use cases, and Wall Street interest, is unprecedented. If you're feeling even a twinge of FOMO, you're not alone. Many investors are already adding to their bags. Institutional funds adding millions of XRP, retail holding tight, all signs of piling in before a big move. Finally, keep learning. This is part of a bigger journey. If you want to dive deeper into what happens after XRP makes you rich, how to preserve wealth, diversify, avoid tax pitfalls, etc., watch our next video. XRP makes you rich, but then what? We break down the smart moves for life after the moon. Before we wrap up, let me ask you, are you ready for the ride? The rocket ship could launch any time. If you found this video valuable and want more insights, hit that like button and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with these drivers? Are you pumped or skeptical? The future of crypto is wild and uncertain, but one thing's clear: XRP is on the move. The forces aligning right now could put it on a trajectory that outpaces even Bitcoin's legacy. Don't sleep on it. Stay informed, stay prepared, and let's see where this journey takes us. Thanks for watching, and remember to check out XRP Makes You Rich, but then what? For the next chapter. Until next time, stay bullish.